Hi guys, it's Callie at Coffee Sunshine Paper. Just kind of catching up here with what's going on in the shop, and thought I'd just kind of bring you along and maybe we'll do a couple pages in this guy. Okay, so I think last time we were together we were working on these envelopes, and so I did just some decorating and kind of wanted to just show you how they ended up. I did sew, but you don't need to sew. You can definitely glue. This one also sewn. I'm not great with my sewing machine, but I do like the look. And then this one I sewed all around, all the way around. So even this flap, and I don't know if I loved the look, so I stopped doing that and then just did the sides. Maybe if the stitches were a little further apart or something. I need to play with the settings. Again, I'm not great with my sewing machine. I just try stuff and hope for the best. So these are just really versatile. So if you're wondering what am I going to do with them, well, there's a lot you could do with these. So let's talk about that. So you could obviously just clip it, right? You could clip it to the side, maybe clip it so it closes, right? You could clip it like this or like this. You could attach it with glue on these two sides, and it's a tuck and still holding little things inside. You could hinge it, right, so it kind of flips out that way if you want to. You could also maybe kind of a little off center, but you could glue at the top and glue at the bottom, and then it's like a belly band, right? That's a thing too. So they're very versatile. I love these little book page envelopes. I think that they're great, and they're fun to mass make too. You just get a bunch of pretty book pages and just start folding and gluing and decorating, right? You can decorate with book pages. You can decorate. Some of these are printables. This is scrapbook paper. This is a printable from Amity Bloom. That's another one of hers. I have a bunch of hers printed out, so I'm gonna try to use what I have printed out. So yeah, so that was last video. I think we were together. We did those. And what else have I been working on? Oh, I was inspired the other day to do a blue journal. Don't ask me where that came from. I just felt like blue. And so I went into my fabric hoard and found some pretty blue fabric that I love. I love this. So I took an old book cover that I had, you know, when I removed the text box, sometimes you wreck the spine. So that's what happened. And so it had a big gash down there. So I figured, well, just cover it with some fabric. I love the size of the spine. It's probably a good 1.5 inches or so, right? And it's nice and sturdy. And then, so I just kind of, you know, put some glue down on the front and then put it on the fabric and then wrapped it around. I'm sure you've seen the method before. I don't think we've covered one with fabric together, but maybe we can do a video on that. So yeah, and then I just gathered some blue book pages that I could find, as much blue as possible, and then, you know, kind of put in some coffee dye between the blues. This is a printable. I don't know what kit that is, but I'll try to find it. This I just stamped on some art pages. This I stenciled. So even if you don't have a certain color that you want, you probably have an ink color, right? Or a paint color that you can use to make it more that color that you want, right? Like the stenciling and the stamping. So all the different blues. I'm not specific about the different, you know, values or whatever. I just found all the blue I could. And even the pretty blue butterflies. Some Toulouse-Lautrec. I love this scrap paper because when you when you get it wet, it messes up the grid, the blue in the grid, and it runs. I think it's so cool. I think it's pretty. I have to try to find more of that. That's just an envelope that I cut off the top. There's the other side of it. Just cut it off. And this I just did an ink spray, make it blue. Can you hear my dog snoring behind me? Right on cue. Hi, Jazz. Oh, Jasper. So yeah, so this is just kind of in the works. It's not for an order. I don't even know if I'll keep it. I might sell it. I don't know. We'll see how we feel when it's done. But I'm just kind of gathering all the blue stuff. I'll just start making some stuff for inside. In fact, the other day I did a little mask make after watching a video, and I can't remember whose video it was, but she attributed back to Roxy Creations, Roxy Creations. So she got the idea from that, and then I watched her video. I just can't remember who it was, but if it comes back to me, I'll go back in my history, my YouTube history, and try to find who that was. So just coffee dye paper, and then put down some book pages. I try to find scientific type book pages. Like this is a flower encyclopedia, so there's not words that could, offend anybody. And if it was for me, I don't care. I laugh when I find the offensive words in the text. But if I'm selling this, or if it ends up in someone's little happy mail or whatever, I don't want to offend them. So then after you glue down, or double side tape, or whatever your thing is, then add another layer of neutrals. So for example, if I can find an example, maybe you have a coffee dyed a little note paper here. So maybe just a little piece of that. And so it ends up being, you just put that on too. And then, or anything. It could be music paper, notebook paper, whatever, any little paper you want. But I try to keep them neutral, these 3 layers neutral, right? So then you can imagine you're gonna cut or tear all of them around, and then you have 3 layers, right? So let me show you a couple that I have. I use music paper. Let's flip it over so you can see a little better. So the 3rd layer was music paper. So then when you cut them out, you have a nice 3-layer neutral, which is good. And then one I did not with the coffee dye background, but with like a cutoff of this, I think it's mixed media paper. I had these strips, and I thought they would make a fun element too. And I sewed down the middle of those, right? So you can really just kind of do different things with these. This one's more like botanical, and I kind of did a free sew around that, messy sew. Right, but you don't need to do the sewing. You don't have to do that at all. But just to kind of show you some of those, and then because I was working on a blue journal, you can take these sort of neutrals and then just, bring that color in of the journal that you're working in, or the theme, or whatever. So I just inked around and added a couple little blue elements to go in my blue journal, right? So that's why I like to do the bases, these little bases in the neutrals, because then you can really just do whatever you want depending on the project you're working on. So that was fun. That was a couple nights work. Yeah, so that's all that's up around here. And so I thought maybe we could go through and make a couple pages in this one. So I'm pretty sure, did we do this together, or maybe I did this as a TikTok or Instagram or something? I don't know. I feel like I did it on camera, so you may have seen this one before. It's just a pocket on a collaged background. I just did some collaging there. And I haven't done a lot of work in here. I put a little library pocket in there. on my Jane Eyre paper. This is a little, I don't know, it's kind of flimsy. I had a map in here too. It was an old map, but one side totally ripped out. So just make sure when that happens that you go to the other side of the signature and pull out the other piece, you know, before you think you're decorating some other pretty page and it's really just the very loose side of something that ripped out. So just remember, if something bad happens to one side, go get the other side and just take it out. So this, I think I might reinforce this while we're thinking about it. I think I'm gonna put down some washi just to reinforce it a little bit. Maybe right there. And that's what I do. I don't shy away from using the old papers, you know, I just reinforce them. So it's not a disaster when you go to decorate and you're like, oh no, the book page came right out of there. And I don't totally trust my washi, so I do use a glue stick on the back. And the mailman I heard him open the box and close the box. And so if you hear the dog go crazy, that is why. She's not a fan of the mail coming to the house. It's a challenge. He's a really nice person, Jazzy. You gotta get over that. Alright, so I'm trying to find the other side. Gotta find my Jane Eyre page here. Okay, so I think we'll reinforce that one too. Did I do the inside or the outside? I did the outside page. Alright, so we'll put that there. Again, I don't trust my glue completely. So we'll do that. Yeah, so just got back this weekend. I was away in New Jersey visiting my family. They don't live there, but they always get a condo, apartment type thing, rental, on the beach. So just got back from that on Monday. It's Thursday. Today's Thursday, so I'm finally feeling recovered from a lot of nights with no sleep. I'm sure you know the vacation, you know, where you just don't sleep. So I feel good today. I'm gonna go for a walk in a little bit with my friend, and let's see, where did we leave off here? Okay. So also added a pocket here, little pocket here. This was in the front pocket, but I felt like it was too small up there. I think it's pretty there, and I like how the pink tab top, you know, goes with the pink paper behind it. I like that. This, I added a little belly band. This is fabric on coffee dyed, maybe? I'm not quite sure. And I'll put a neutral paper in there eventually, so it'll go behind there and sort of drown out some of that background noise. So I'll keep it nice neutral in there. And this is a pocket. Again, I don't remember what I did with you guys on camera, or if I just did this. I haven't taped in a while, or filmed in a while, so taped is an old word, right? Showing my age. These I did reinforce the little pockets here with some book page, and I didn't trust this paper either, so again I took the washi and reinforced both sides of that. And I don't think I did anything else. Oh yeah, okay, added a couple flips here. So this is a pocket here I put on. And I think the other side is also a flip. Yep, I got a little flip happy one night. Just kept putting flips in things. I ever get that way? You're watching a video and you're just like, oh yeah, that sounds good. Let's do 100 flips. There's a little corner pocket here. And that might be it. Oh, this little pocket I put on, it does flip out for journaling space. And as you guys know, I don't write in my journals, but I love to leave room just in case I want to. So that's kind of fun. So it's almost hidden, right? It's almost hidden journaling space. I don't know. That's kind of fun to have little spots that you can tuck away secretly. And then this was a book jacket that I had kept. I thought it was adorable. I normally throw book jackets out, but it's so sweet. It's just got the little birds and the flowers, ooh, butterflies. I think it's so cute. So I just kind of glued that down, and then around the edge, what was this paper? Oh, this was the bird. This was the other side of this one. So I covered the birds, and then just a little border of music paper there. I just feel like it does need something. It needs a little, I don't know, maybe a little cluster down here or something. So I thought we could put that on. We could decorate that. Where is my little box of goodies? I have a little box. Oh yeah, here. Okay. This little box I got. Just, it was stationary, but it's a perfect little box for just things, you know, little things. Little things. What would go nice with this pink? This might be too pink. Yeah. Need some contrast. This is adorable. This is adorable. I just need something maybe behind it. Crochet on crochet. Too much? Yeah, maybe. Oh, I like this little leaf. And then that kind of picks up with the green there. I like that. There's green too. This little plastic, it's a little plastic fern. That's the right side. Oh, I like that too. I like that too. I just needed a little something, right? What do you guys think? The plastic fern? Or this is more of like a little maple leaf, right? I think I like this one. I don't know. I don't hear you yelling at me that the other one's better, so this will be a little harder to glue down too. But I mean, oh, it's cute though, right? I don't know. Indecision. I'm gonna pick this one. I think I'm gonna pick that one. Okay, we'll save the fern for another day. This green would be nice too, huh? Maybe a little piece up there. Oh, okay. So see what happens? You just go down your own little rabbit hole. All right, so I'm gonna need Fabrifix, I think. And it might come through the other side, so I think I'll just stay here where this is gonna go, in case, yeah, it does bleed through. It's fine because it's gonna be covered up with this little guy. So yeah, August is like the Sunday scaries for teacher, right? And I know if you're not a teacher, you're like, come on, you had all summer. Get over it, right? But if you are a teacher, you know. I even had the teacher dream last night, you guys. The teacher dream is when you have no control what's going on. Specifically last night for me, it was, I didn't know where my room was. I didn't know what classes I was teaching. I didn't have any materials. I had just nothing. And I don't know, you don't panic when you're in the dream, right? But it's just this terrible feeling of being so unprepared. It's the worst. And the fact that I got it this early in August, unfortunately, means that there might be more to come. And I bet other professions have this version, right? Like, you know, maybe you speak and you're for a living and you presentations, you know, that you just end up not prepared for, or I'm sure everyone has their own version of this, but the teacher one is very predictable. August panic sets in. I probably should get into my school email, and maybe that's part of this little panic session that I had, that I don't really know what I'm teaching yet, and so that's real. And I haven't been into my classroom, so that's real. I don't know. Well, I know where it is, but I haven't decorated, you know. So yeah, I guess it's time to maybe get real with the fact that it's happening. Again, I understand the no sympathy from the non-teachers. I get it. You can call me names. It's okay. So yeah, I like that. It's just a little bit more going on. What else? I don't want to fill things yet. I want to kind of leave those open for a little bit. But maybe we can do one of those envelopes somewhere. Do I like those greens together? I don't want to lose that by making it a belly band. Is there one I don't mind making a belly band on it? I don't mind the map not being seen. Alright, so let's find a spot for this. The pink with the pink is kind of cool, huh? Oops, that's upside down. So this is going to flip out this way. It's too fun. No, I don't know. Maybe it needs to be on this side. Yeah, I think I like that. But see, I have this other flip out right there, right? This is my little flip zone. I went crazy on the flips. Space them out a little bit more. That could be pretty with the pink, like that. So this to be in the middle-ish, and then this will close. It'll stick out a little, but I don't mind that. I kind of like it. Yeah, I like that. All right, so we're just gonna glue the top and the bottom and make it a belly band. And so I decorated the map side for nothing, but it's okay. That happens, right? I have a lot of map pages. I'm not going to be upset over losing this map. All right, so that's going to go on. Try to get it right in the middle-ish. Oh, my stomach's growling. I'm getting hungry. It's going to have to wait for after my walk, though, right? All right. That's going to be good. We'll let that dry. And see, that sticks out a little bit, but not too much. It doesn't bother me. In fact, I'm probably going to tab this one right up, too. Yeah, can you see? You can't even see it. You can't even tell where it is, really. I sort of see it. Could move it in a little bit, maybe. But I want to put tabs on this anyway. So if things are sticking out the side, it's not going to bother me. Yeah, I think that's cute. And again, I'm not going to fill it just yet. We'll do the filling at the end because that gets a little bulky. Right, so maybe just a few more pages and just a few more things in here. And then this one's kind of fun. Ready for, I want to cover up things that have a lot of text, right? So just in case I want to write, maybe this would be a good pocket page or something, right? So then on the card that goes in the pocket, you have writing space. And here, there's plenty of writing space. Here would be a good spot for maybe like one of those clusters I was talking about, right? So imagine maybe there's another color or something here that would go with whatever we end up doing here. You could put it here, or here, even sticking out a little bit there, right? Maybe that's my tab. Or maybe that's the top of the, you know, maybe it goes on top of your, whatever you make for your, inside your pocket. They're very versatile. So I say have a play with those. So yeah, I guess that's it for today. We are at about 25 minutes, so I'm gonna get ready for my walk. It was great catching up with you guys. We'll keep working on this one, and I'll keep you informed on what's happening with this guy. Hopefully I'll have maybe some tabs sewn in next time we catch up. And that's about it. So if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. If you are a subscriber, I appreciate that. And I hope this is useful. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions for things you want to see, put them in the comments below. Or you can also contact me on Instagram at Coffee Sunshine Paper, and Etsy messages also Coffee Sunshine Paper and Etsy. So have a great day, you guys, and we will catch up soon. My summer is ending soon, but not that soon, right? So I gotta hold on to these days. I'll catch up with you guys. All right, have a good day. Bye.